it's Tom. The posthumous Mac Miller album dropped last night and I've had a listen to it. It's really, really strong and it's a reminder of what an extraordinary talent Mac Miller was. I'm going to do a few tutorials today. I'm going to do one on surf and I'm also going to go through circles as well. With surf, I will go through the advanced chords, which I think are the ones played on the track, and I'll also go through the simplified version of the chords. I'm going to do that in the tutorial section, and I'll also go through the solo. With the chord progression, I'll play through it at a few speeds as well. So the chords that I have for surf is, the first one is a C sharp minor 7. And the second chord I have is an F sharp minor 7. And here I'm using that D minor shape. And the third chord is a B dominant 7 or a B7. And I'm using that E7 shape here. And then finally, and this is the trickiest chord, I have an E add 9. Now, a less awkward version of the E add 9, if you're using a bar chord, would be this one. It would be like playing an E sus 2. And you kind of get the same kind of feel there as well. Although, I believe the other one is the one which has been played on the track. So I've got the chord boxes there, so you can see the fingering that I'm using. There's not much really to say here. The one thing is you want to make sure that you have that little rest after you play the note. So after you do that strum, and so it's quite an abrupt strum. So if you want to do a nice simple strum, you could just strum on every second beat, and that still sounds great. Now there are some variations during the track, and I've kind of got this 11 which I'm using there to transition back to that C sharp minor, and there are a few different ways that that gets done, and that's kind of the trickiest thing in terms of fingering. And when I do that, I'm using my ring finger. And that's pretty much it for the strumming. With the basic strumming, what you could use, if you put a capo onto the 4th fret, you could use an A minor 7, and then a D minor 7, and then a G7, and then if you want to have super basic, you could use a C major here, or even better, you could use a C add 9. And once again, if you're using that version, you could strum every second beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that sounds good as well. With the solo, this has all been played in the C sharp minor 7 pentatonic scale. You can listen to the track to see how the rhythm is. The kind of key things which are a bit tricky is that slide there and back. And there's quite a lot of vibrato there. There's also the effect on there, so that's kind of like a fuzz, a distortion, which kind of gets that feel, so it's kind of that gritty feel. So if you want to kind of try to replicate that as well, that's kind of really a part of the tone of how the track's being played. So I hope you found that useful. Do let me know if you want to have more tracks from this album, and comment and subscribe if you want to get more content like this. That's it.